Hey guys, um, newest Silver Age comic that came in the mail. This is Fantastic Four number 51, This Man, This Monster, done by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This is one of those iconic standalone Marvel issues that Marvel used to do a lot of. They did Amazing Spider-Man 33, the final chapter, where they basically deal with a character's personal inner struggles and all that, but I mean, if you like Marvel, I mean, obviously, if you love Jack Kirby, then you love the Fantastic Four by Jack Kirby. I love the Fantastic Four and Thor, um, more so than Spider-Man by Ditko or Romita. But anyway, basic premise of this book, the Thing, I don't know what, he goes to see some scientist who drugs him and manages to replicate his powers, but by becoming a thing himself, Ben Grimm becomes human, and the new thing tries to infiltrate the Fantastic Four. Excuse me, bit of a cold. But yeah, I mean, you can see Mr. Fantastic there and Sue Storm, but it's a really nice cover. Little little scuff mark there. It looks worn, but this cover actually is gray. Um, it's not white, and this is just a dirty copy. But anyway, this is from like 1965, I believe. But very nice. I've just started reading it. That's why I can't really give you a full synopsis. But I think the main reason I bought this is because it's the first issue after the Silver Surfer and Galactus story arc from Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50, which I also have, just not with me right now. So yeah, very happy, very nice cover. I like the blocky thing. He's kind of small, like when the Hulk was first introduced. He's not the huge thing that you see today, but very nice comic. Probably pick this up for about 30, 40 bucks. Obviously, higher grade would demand more, but for a reading copy, this is really nice. So, very happy with this. Um, I know I've already shown these before in my first video, but I kind of went over them in like a matter of seconds. My first video was only a minute and 52, so I'll just go through these real quick since I've got a bit of time. But this is Amazing Spider-Man number 39 by John Romita Sr. and Stan Lee, where you have the Green Goblin finally discovering Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man. Apart from Amazing Spider-Man 12, this was the only other cover with Peter Parker on the cover rather as Spider-Man, except that in that issue he was unmasked and no one believed that it was a kid. But here we see the Goblin, who obviously knows what he's doing, so we know that something's wrong. And I mean, first thing I think of is that he snatched Peter up in the middle of a park or something. But if you read the John Romita Sr. Marvel Visionaries hardcover I showed in another video, this is a two-parter. They're both in that story, but this is just a beautiful cover. I mean, they're both unmasked. And up to this point, no one knew that it was Norman Osborn underneath here, but I mean, if you were reading this way back when, then it was a shock to you too. But this is my favorite Amazing Spider-Man cover. Just, it's very clean, it's very crisp. Facial expression, it's Kirby-esque, but the figures aren't as blocky as Jack Kirby. And I don't know, just something wholesome about it, even though obviously this figure is far from wholesome, but I don't know. The fact that no computers are used in this makes me appreciate it more, but I mean, 12 cents. I think this is also from 1965, so this is Amazing 38, 39. I'm saving up to buy a number 40, but again, this is my reading copy. $20 for a reading copy. I mean, That's like, I don't know. I think IMAX movies are $17 now. I just went to see Transformers. I paid $17. I got this for almost the same, so. Oh well. Amazing Spider-Man number 48 with the Vulture. This isn't Adrian Toomes. This is another Vulture. He's a thug who's in prison with Adrian Toomes, who gets out, but he managed to get the secret location of one of the spare Vulture costumes from Adrian Toomes beforehand. So he starts harassing Spider-Man. It's the winter time. Spider-Man's got a cold, so it weakens his defenses. But I saw an interview where Romita actually said, if you ever draw Spider-Man and he's not in the air or in the sky or on the building, knowing that he can swing with his web or he can cling to walls, and you've just wasted a shot at Spider-Man. So, like, here you see him in the air. Here he's clinging to the side of a building, and obviously at a respectable height if the Vulture's there. So, but again, very striking, very clean cover. I'm a big fan of the old logo, just the Amazing Spider-Man with all the webs everywhere. When they changed it in the 90s just to be a little edgier, I don't know. I didn't like that. I associate Spider-Man with this as the first thing I see, and I don't know. That's just me. I don't like my edgy Spider-Man. I like my fun, happy Spider-Man. Oh, here's a beauty. X-Men number 13, second appearance of Juggernaut, Jack Kirby, X-Men, and Human Torch. Just a very beautiful cover. I mean, look at the yellow and the blue and the orange and the green and the purple and the red. I mean, not a single computer and they pump out something like this. This is beautiful. Plus the fact that it fits in this plastic sleeve means it's nicely centered. There's no spiral whatnot. I mean, if you look at this, I wouldn't even CGC this book. I actually enjoy reading these books. I only buy CGC books when they're on sale or when they're hard to find books, and the only way I can get them is CGC'd. But only CGC the covers I like. But this book was raw. It was a good price. It's a great shape. I mean, I love this book. Look at it. It's beautiful. I just like the idea that there's a menacing figure here. You don't see his face, so you have to read the book to know what happens next. But this is a beautiful comic. So, those are my 4 Silver Age for today. I have 2 minutes left, so I'm just going to go quickly through 2 Bronze Age comics. Marvel Premiere featuring Iron Fist. This is number 15, the first appearance of Iron Fist. Picked this up not too long ago because there's an Iron Fist movie slated for the next couple of years, I believe, for 2012, with Ray Park as Iron Fist. Ray Park, better known as Darth Maul and soon to be Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe movie, but fairly inexpensive right now. I mean, you have this new Marvel banner here, which very typical of Bronze Age comics, but again, very nice use of color. I mean, I think martial arts films were really popular back then, and blaxploitation films as well. So you had Luke Cage. Luke Cage ends up partnering with this guy. It's kind of like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bruce Lee. I mean, anything that was selling, but the fact that this character is now starring in Immortal Iron Fist and New Avengers, it adds some relevance to him, so there's that. And in the last 20 seconds I have here, the Hulk number 180, first appearance of Wolverine, only in one panel, but this is the precursor to Wolverine 181, which I'll show in another video. But again, very nice herb trim Hulk, Wendigo. The Canadian government dispatches Weapon X, and in the final panel we see Wolverine. So, to recap, Hulk, X-Men, Spidey, Iron Fist, and Fantastic Four. Thanks guys, bye.